Hey, welcome back. This is the question mark, and Dardan is challenging me for this Japanese Grand Prix. Dardan, cannot get away from Dardan, just constant. We have a win against these guys. They've already challenged me once before. We're in Japan, which I'm not bad at these days, and I think I can easily beat him. It's just how many championship points I can get. Thanks for joining me today. If you like what you see, then at the end of the video, or some point in the middle of the video, or even now if you really want, give us a like. I don't know when it makes sense to like a YouTube video, and I know this seems like a strange thing for me to talk about, but I'm always, when I'm trying to support YouTubers with my like, I don't know if it makes a difference that I'm liking the video early on, because surely there's an algorithm somewhere that says that this person will like the video just automatically, and therefore their like doesn't count as much as someone who gets to the end of the video and then likes it, because presumably they've liked it all. 5th in qualifying. Just take a break from my inanity to report on that. So Gould's just behind me. Yeah, so look, ultimately give us a like. I don't think it matters when you give us a like, but I've always wondered whether or not that factors in any kind of algorithm somewhere. Whatever the case, give us a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this season. Well, I say this season's just about to finish. So if you want to see more of my content, whatever that content should happen to be, and certainly, as I've said previously, I'm not really committing at this point to creating any more Ayrton Senna Super Monaco GP videos, although maybe that I continue. We're making a decision at the end of this episode, actually, as to whether to continue into Season 4. Also don't know when that's going to come, even if I do it, because it may not be out next week. As I said in a previous video, I am kind of starting to get an itch to do something else with any free time I've got. A different game of some kind, maybe a platform game. So I think it will depend on how positive I feel coming out of this whole end of season as to whether I do a season next season, and whether or not that next season comes next week. It's all up in the air at the moment. So follow along. I don't see what you wouldn't like about following along. Anyway, to the race. We are currently in 4th. We've handled the start of this race very well, and it seems like giving myself a little distraction there has helped me, because I've not really thought very much about it. I've just gone with my instinct, and we're doing alright. And I would be happy with this. We're going to beat our rival if we stay here, but I would like to get some more points. I do think that 4th isn't enough points to get me where I want to go, which is above Bloom ultimately in the best wall team, or Schumacher and the Benetton team if you prefer. I'm up to 3rd, could get 2nd here, but I've got to avoid hitting the guy behind me, because it will probably put me back somewhat. He's right there as well, he's right next to me. I can hear him. I do think that that is a very effective sound effect, that kind of buzz you get off of the engine of somebody who's right next to you. Like, it really makes you feel like somebody is there on your shoulder. I'm up to 2nd. 2nd position hit me, and they've fallen back. I'm 9 seconds ahead of my rival. This is the dream scenario at the moment. Oh! Well, I got lucky, because that wasn't the difficult... Well, it was one of the difficult corners, it just wasn't the one that potentially has you crashing out. But yeah, this is the sort of dream scenario, especially with 1st so far away, so I don't even have to worry about trying to catch him. This is just about me getting as high up the ranks as I can, and whoever was 2nd place has hit me again, which means that they have fallen back again. Now, 2 laps left, we're in 2nd place, we're not going to catch 1st, let's just get around this track as smoothly as possible and have ourselves 6 points, a victory over our rival, another race you'd think in Tyrrell. And a reasonably successful season. 13 seconds from the rival now. Nearly on the last lap. Not much more to do here. Final lap.
Final lap.
There is a mode on this game, I think it's the Senna GP mode, that you can, where basically Senna talks you all the way through. What's on the state? And at the end he tells you congratulations if you win. Very similar to the final lap thing that he says. There's sort of a number of different phrases, and the only reason I know about it is because I've barely ever played the Senna GP. The main reason I know about it is there's in the options you can choose to hear them all, which is lovely. Finished third, should have finished second. Still a decent result there. Jeremy's the one who's ahead of me and puts me joint fifth in the championship, but just 2 points now behind Bloom with Australia to go. A real opportunity still for me to beat and move up to maybe fourth in the championship. We'll see. We get to select our rival. We're going for Bloom again. I think though we've got 1 win and 1 loss against him. Yes. You can't keep me down. I'll never give up. He's a bit angry. Bloom. Oh, it's raining. Oh, I didn't ask for that. Raining in Australia for the last race of the season. We'll see if that materially impacts me. I don't know if that's going to be a problem, because I can't remember whether or not, or I've experienced it before, or what happened the last time I did experience it. Anyway, so here we go. Just stick to the game plan. We know we can. We know we can perform on this track. We just have to do it. And we've qualified in third. Well, that's an indication that we have a real chance here. Bloom is in fourth, so we're actually ahead of him to start, which doesn't happen very often. This is the big one. This is the chance to, I think, get a win. And if we can get a second win, then I will undoubtedly finish fourth, at least fourth in the championship. And I've got up to first without crashing. Now get ourselves a gap here, and I can absolutely dominate this race. Here we go. Buckle up. Well, that works. .6 seconds ahead of my rival in the first lap, and now I go away from everybody and just absolutely fire this into gear. Like that. Whoa, mistake. But look at the gap I've got here, everyone. Look at the map. I've got plenty of time to play with here. Absolutely no need to worry or panic when I go around that corner. I can take it as slow as I need to. Right, a real chance to get my second victory. Tyrrell will be absolutely loving it. And again, Tyrrell's not quite strong enough to compete with the very fast cars in the very fast tracks. But I can beat people in this car on specific tracks, and depending on what car I get offered, it's almost tempting to say no at the end of the season to them, because almost like I was tempted to with Minardi that time when I went back to Dardan. I mean, in fairness, going back to Dardan's worked out okay, because this has been a decent season for me, and we've got here we are now 16 seconds ahead of my rival, and so far ahead of second. It's actually a little bit worrying, because I just feel like only I can take this away from myself. but as a consequence of that gap, it is giving me the luxury of just taking that tricky corner very, very slowly indeed, because I've got nothing to lose. And nothing to gain from taking it at full speed, or even close to full speed. And I could be on to lap somebody again here, like I did in Canada, similar situation. Go past him, no problem at all. Lovely. Dealt with very nicely. Wow. One more time. One lap to go. One more lap to go. I have done it. I've actually got the big win in Australia that was required for me to achieve the goal of this season, which was to finish in the top 4. I did at one point want to finish second. That's obviously not going to happen now, but we're nearly there. Oh, thanks for that. Give me a little nudge. Give me a little push forward. Right, we've done it. A victory, a second victory this season. That is to be celebrated. That is big time. So, we get the win. Senna was second, Jones third. We finished third in the championship with 50 points. Third. That is very, very, very good. Very happy with that. So only behind Senna and Jones. Giuffre is 4th, Bloom 5th, Jeremy 6th, Arai 7th, and Nono, Rampal, Gould, Halfin, Chardin. You can see there Chardin didn't get any points this season. Dehe, White, Delvaux, and Yepes. Not a bad showing. The championship is within your reach. Go out and bring home the trophy. So Senna thinks I'm going to do it the next season. I guess that's a reason, if ever there was one, to continue into next year. The Millions team wants you. That is Williams. So I'm not just going up to Benetton or Ferrari. We're going all the way to Williams for a serious contender for the championship. What I think that has locked me in to do season 4. Senna says this machine is well balanced with explosive power off the line. Madonna's top rival, Madonna being of course McLaren, the classic example of not being able to use the trademark name of the team. Let's make sure we save that one. So that is season 3, a very successful finish, 3rd place in the championship, 2 wins en route to that, and we get a promotion to the Williams team from Tyrrell, so that's pretty big as well. There's only one more step to go, and that is to win this championship. I've never gotten to a place where I can take the McLaren from Senna, so maybe that's something we can aim for. Don't know yet. Looking forward to starting season 4. This is confirmation though that there is going to be a season 4 of this series, and whether it comes next week or not, we might have to wait and see. Maybe it'll just drop on Monday, so you give us a subscribe just in case it does. But until then, thank you very much.